Good evening, viewer. Welcome to our Glory Globe TV. Here's a most breaking news. Yeah. Saran sets the plate of sliced oranges and dragon fruit on the floor, a few feet from the pile of bedding where she sleeps. At 35 years old, she is starting over again, alone in a foreign country, without so much as a photograph or letter from her old life. Just a words, room with bare white walls, but it's home, and the first place she is had to herself after a life lived in the shadows. Sharon is among a number of women who fled North Korea only to be trafficked and sexually exploited in China, where a gender imbalance has created a black market for brides. She managed to stage a second escape nearly 2 decades later through Laos and Thailand. But opportunities for others to take the same path have narrowed since the pandemic. Experts say leaving untold numbers of North Korean girls and women trapped in servitude. CNN is identifying Sairan by a pseudonym for the safety of her family back in North Korea and the son she left behind in China. Ran made her first escape after finishing high school. She had been assigned a job at a coal mine like her father and most people in their village near the Chinese border. But the teenager did not want to spend her life doing hard labor deep underground. She had seen after villagers crossing the river that separates North Korea from China to find work and wanted to help support her family. So one day, without telling her mother, she and a friend left home with the help of a broker. People who plan and facilitate the journey out of North Korea for a fee. She remembers it was early evening in autumn. The sky was still light when she crossed the river. But upon reaching the other side, she and her friend were put into cars and driven into northwestern China, where they were given a choice. She said, entertain customers at a bar or marry a Chinese man. I wanted to cry, but I knew nothing could change even if I did. She said, speaking in Korean during a conversation with CNN. I thought I could not work at a bar, so that left me only one option, marrying a Chinese man. Shortly afterward, Siren says she was separated from her friend, who she never saw again, and introduced to the man who had bought her, a Chinese farmer 8 years her senior. I didn't like the man because he was short, but I didn't want to be sold again, so I stayed quiet, she said. She was brought to the man's village in the mountains of northeastern Hebei province, close to the capital Beijing. Honestly, they seemed poorer than my family. She said the houses in the village were made from mud and stones, and the windows did not have glass but thin paper. Since she could not speak Chinese, she could not communicate with the farmer or his family, and felt she could not run away. That was 17 years ago. Many like Chairan lived their isolated home nation, hoping to find freedom and opportunity once across the Chinese border, only to be trafficked by the brokers they hired. One 2019 investigation by the London-based Korea Future Initiatives claimed that tens of thousands of North Korean girls and women were being exploited this way, including some as young as 12 years only. BNS report, Glory Globe TV, Delhi, Bharat.